Today is the 8th day of the 12 days of Christmas with My Creative Time, and today's project was a little mug, a little paper mug that holds a pack of hot chocolate, and I purchased the file from myscrapchick.com, so I'm just going to open it and make the cut and kind of show you how I sized it. I need to go up here and select SVG. Okay, there we go. And I think I want, this is the one I want. No, that's not Frosty. I want the Frosty. Okay. So I'm going to select both of these because there's two of them. And I'm going to open. And my Scrap Check, for whatever reason, always opens really small. So I'm going to pull this open. And then I'm going to select these and put them together because right now they're both in relation to one another, so I need to size them together. And what I'm going to do is, I've already made this, so I've already measured, before I made it, I measured the packet of hot cocoa, so I knew how big this pocket from left to right needed to be. I knew how wide it needed to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this in here because that sits in there. I'm going to break this up really quick. I'm going to split this, break these apart. I'm not going to use the snowflakes, so I'm going to put them on a separate layer and I'm just going to hide them so we don't have to look at them. And then I'm going to layer this onto, oops, I'm going to layer that on there, and actually I'm going to wait. Oh, I'm just going to go back. There we go. If all else fails, just hit the back arrow button. Okay, so we're going to turn this off. Alright, and then I'm going to select that piece and break that apart. I'm going to move the froth over. Then I'm going to select all of this and join it because we need all of those score marks on the cup. Okay, now I'm going to put the cup is selected, so I'm going to put it on its own layer, and it looks like everything's on its own layer. I'm going to move the snowflakes down. Okay, so now I can layer this on top of here. I'm going to turn my froth 90 degrees. Oops, I turned the wrong thing 90 degrees. I want to select my froth, right click, 90 degrees. There we go. And we're going to change this to white. We're going to change this to craft. And we'll leave this red. Alright. And I'm just going to put this on here, layer this on here about where it would be. Okay, so I know that this width needs, the width of my cup needs to be 5.5 inches. So I'm going to type in here 5.5 inches. And my cup should be good to go at this point. So if you make it 5.5 inches wide, if you do what I just did, if you make the cut and you make it 5.5 inches wide, you should be good to go on the size for your hot chocolate. Okay, so now we're in the Silhouette Studio, and I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to open the file, and I'm going to show you how to open this file. Let's see, my Scrap Check, and it is Cocoa and Tea. And with the Silhouette, the basic Silhouette Studio, you cannot open SVGs. You can only open studio files, which are actually files that you purchase from Silhouette, or you can open DXF files. Okay, so if we click on that, we don't see anything. What we have to do is we have to go down to this bottom thing down here, box, and it says Silhouette Studio, and we want to change it to AutoCAD Interchange File DXF. When we do that, they all appear. And we want the Frosty Cup 1 and Frosty Cup 2. It doesn't look like I can open both of them. So I'm going to open Frosty Cup 2, and then I'm going to click open again, and we have to change this again. It always defaults back to the studio. And then we're going to click Frosty Cup 1. Okay, and what you can do is, I only want this cup, that part of the cup. I don't need the snowflakes, so I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go back to my other page, and I'm going to paste in front, and it's a little bit bigger than the one that than that one, so we're going to bring it down in size, and we're just going to have to eyeball it, and eyeball the size here. Sometimes this is just a lot of trial and error. Okay, we're going to make this a little bigger. Oops. So once I have that sized in there where I'm happy, then I'm going to take this piece right here, like that. Okay, and then we're going to bring this up here, and we're going to piece this on where it would be normally, like that. And now we're going to size it. So we know that it needs to be 5 inches. Or 5.5 inches. So right now it's 6.4, so it's a little big for what we want. So we're going to take it down to 5.5. And then our height, we didn't worry about our height than Make the Cut, because Make the Cut keeps it in relation. Studio doesn't really. So we're going to, I already wrote down the height. The height needs to be 8.88. So it's at 10 right now, so we're going to shrink it down as close as we can get it to 8.88. So let's do it 8.9. It's really not going to matter either way. So now it's all sized at the size it should be. 8.9 tall by 5.555. So if you have the Silhouette Studio and you want to cut this out, that's the size, probably the best size to make it. Let's put that back like that. And then I'm going to join these together so I don't have to worry about losing all my small pieces. I'm going to group them. So now that's all one piece. Okay, so then I could go ahead and measure out my paper and cut everything out. So that's how you do it in the Silhouette Studio. Again, I did that for the girls that are newly learning the Silhouette Studio and trying to figure things out. A lot of this is trial and error, and every once in a while, if I'm not really sure about something that I've sized, I'll cut it out of scratch paper and then put it together. And sometimes I have to resize it, and sometimes it works. So it's just, like I said, it's just kind of a trial and error thing. So let's go ahead and I'll show you the finished project. Okay, so really quickly I'm just going to show you or talk about how I put this together. It's real simple. You just fold. This is one long piece, which you saw on the video, and then you just fold it back and glue it on either side. And then you put the front piece on and the froth, and then I did a little bit of stitching all the way around. I added a bow. This is seam binding, crinkle seam binding that I bought off of Etsy. I just googled seam binding and I don't remember what store I got it from on Etsy. And this is Paper Train paper. This paper is from Echo Park, and this is DCWV white paper. This little red paper is also Echo Park. And this die and the outline stamp are from the My Creative Time Fancy Die and Stamp Set. Fancy Frame Stamp and Die Set. And what I did with my set was, this stamp actually has two solid lines that kind of go around it, and then it has like a dotted border that comes around the inside, and I don't always want that dotted border, so I actually took an X-Acto knife and cut my stamp apart. So now I can just do the solid border if I want, or I can just do the polka dots, or I can put it back together, and because it's a cling stamp, it clings back to itself, and it clings to the block, the clear acrylic block, and so you don't even know that I've cut it apart. So I just used the outline border and the die, and then I also used this Do the Cocoa Motion stamp set. This is a really cute stamp set. It's all cocoa sentiments, hot chocolate sentiments, and I use a sentiment that says a little chocolate now and then doesn't hurt. It was this one. And I think it turned out really cute. The only thing I wish I would have done, I saw this after, was I wish I would have put a candy cane inside right here next to it. That would have been really cute. So, but other than that, I really think it's really cute. This is a really easy set to make if you need some really quick gift ideas. Again, this is from my Scrapchick, and the link is on my blog underneath the picture. That will take you right to the page where you can order it. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today was the 8th day of the 12 Days of Christmas, and tomorrow will be the 9th. And I have another freebie for you tomorrow, so I hope you'll stop by and check out what I have planned. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.